In the month of February, Asmodeus told me he was going to be flying to California for a week to spend time with his other 3 children in California because it was spring break. He also attended his daughter's first father-daughter dance back here in New Jersey, and that was February 23rd. He sent me photos. He did video call me when he was there at the father-daughter dance as well. And it was really, really normal for him to share photos of his daughter with me because I would also, in turn, send photos and videos about my children with him.
So I was making sure he's okay. So far he's here. So yeah.
You were just making sure he's okay?
Yeah.
You're so sweet. Because keep in mind, in the month of November, when I got sick and I could not take care of my children and they had no one else to help take care of them, he took legal custody of them temporarily. That was signed by a judge and signed by him as well. I'm gonna cover up his signature and his name, because if I just cover up his name, I'm pretty sure his signature is not even legible, but at the end of the day, it's a legal binding document, and it was a temporary contract put in place by the state of New Jersey, and I don't want that to come back and bite me in the butt for sharing that, because that might expose him to some extent. He could possibly use it against me, so just know that what I'm telling is the truth. So in the event that we ever end up in a courtroom pertaining to anything that I have said in this series, I do have that document that I can give to them. I have the text thread that I can give to them. I've got the emails that I can give to them. I've got the videos and the photos that I can give to them. But for the sake of this being the internet, I don't want him to ever be able to use any of this against me by merely exposing his name. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was very, very normal. As a matter of fact, when he was in California, one day that I spoke with him on the phone, he was in the mall and he was taking his daughter, his eldest daughter, who's 13, to get some jeans. And he called me while they were together, and he sent me a picture as well. He sent me a picture of them being together too. I wasn't driving at the time, and he said it was such a shame because he would have left me his car so I could have driven his car while he was in California. The month of February was not particularly eventful. Again, I did state that the honeymoon phase was just dwindling. It was dwindling. It seemed like everything that I did and said upset him and annoyed him. And something so minuscule turned into such a huge argument because at this point, he was baiting me into arguments, senseless arguments. And once I realized and picked up on that was what he was actually doing often, I stopped giving him ammunition. I stopped feeding it. I wouldn't fall into the trap anymore. I know myself, I can be a very emotional woman from time to time, and I don't like to be wrong when I know that I'm actually right. I am completely okay with being found wrong of something, but I'm not gonna just be accused of something that I'm not wrong about and be attacked unnecessarily for any reason whatsoever. I stopped taking the bait. I stopped giving it energy because he would just drop random statements that were meant to trigger me. So once I stopped taking the bait, he started making the opening statement to an argument about the status of our relationship in terms of ending it. Like, while he was in California, he texted me. He texted me and he said, "Hey, your boyfriend viewed my profile." And I knew he was talking about someone that probably likes a lot of my stuff online. So I'm just like, I don't know who or whatever you're talking about. So he screenshot it and he sent it to me. And then he went on to say that the profile account that he screenshot, that same guy allegedly said in my comments in some content I could not locate on my page, he said that he had my phone number. So I'm sitting here like, what? I'm scrolling through my TikTok because he said it was on my TikTok account. I'm scrolling through all of my comments and I'm like, one, I would never give him my phone number on TikTok. Two, you're my boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. I'm in a whole relationship. And I'm not dumb enough to I would never sit here and put my number in the comments. That just doesn't make any fucking sense. So I'm looking. I was like, hey, do me one better. Can you send me the screenshot of what you're alleging? And it didn't dawn on me right away that none of it was true. Because why would a 43-year-old man go through the trouble of creating a narrative that's going to degrade me, hurt my feelings, and put me in a weird compromising position to feel bad about something that I didn't do and that did not actually happen? Why would my boyfriend do that? He wouldn't do that. That makes no sense. Whatever he is saying, he must have misread something. So I was like, just send me the screenshots. I want to see this. And then he told me that this guy inboxed him. And I said, really? Let me see the screenshots of what you're talking about. So eventually he started responding to my text messages. But he was still in California, so I knew he was spending time with his children. And when he got home from California, when he flew home, I brought up the conversation again because I was so curious to know. I really didn't know what he was getting at and where it was going, because there were so many different random elements to what he was saying that didn't make any sense. So the story just was not adding up about how I allegedly had given my phone number in my comments to someone who follows me on TikTok. And he told me to my face that he basically made all of it up. But that wasn't until after sitting here and calling me a lying, cheating whore who can't be faithful and needs a lot of attention because someone on TikTok comments and engages in my content and likes my stuff. He told me he made everything, all of it up. His profile really was viewed by another TikTok account that follows me. That was true. Because he read all of my comments and he watches who likes whatever they like, he kept his eyes on this particular person. I didn't even know this person at all. To this day, I still have no idea who this person is, other than a random person on TikTok that follows me and likes my content. It was all just a complete total lie. And I felt so bad because this man is sitting here at my house, cursing me out, screaming and yelling and hollering and degrading me. Lo and behold, he made it all up and told me to my face he made it all up. For what? But when this conversation opened, when we were opening with this conversation that he brought to me, it was, do we really need to still be together anymore? Because you seem to need so much attention. And I'm sitting here like, I'm just confused because where did this come from? And it was all a lie. This was staged. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? We're grown. Why would anybody do something like that?